Okay, so we're going to have a look at Take 5, really great jazz standard song. We're going to have a look at the chords, the rhythm, and then we're going to have a look at the head, which is the both sections of that, the A and the B section. Okay, so it's a good one this. It's in an odd time signature, which is 5/8, which may seem a bit odd at first, but actually once you get into the flow, it has a nice rhythm to it. So it does have a nice feel to it. So it's in 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so you might not be used to counting in fives, which this is good. You know, it's highlights the fact that not everything's in 4/4 or 6/8. So I'm going to play you the main melody and then we'll go over the chords at the end. Let's play the main melody first. So it goes. So that's the A section and it goes. And back into the. Okay, so we're going to go over the lead part first because that's the fun part, and then I'll take you through the chords and the rhythm. Okay. So, all right. So if you noticed, I had my thumb down here because you got a lot of tight little notes which are played kind of quick. So it's a bit hard with this Hendrixy sort of thumb here, which is, it's doable. But having your fingers pointing in this direction, normally with people, intermediates and beginners, gets these fingers flying everywhere. So watch this, straighten my fingers up. And your sort of fingers are sort of just lay over the frets nicely. So a lot of this we're going to do one finger to one fret. So it means you're going to use your third and fourth finger probably a bit more, because there's one thing learning it and playing it, but then there's another thing doing it correctly so you can get it up to speed, and that's the ultimate goal, isn't it? You don't want to play everything at half the tempo, which you could play every song with one finger, but then you're going to always struggle to speed it up. So I never really talk about technique, but I think with songs like this, sometimes you have to just grin and bear getting your third and fourth finger involved. Okay, so let's crack on. So that's the red things to do with the timing there. So the first thing we've got is the 2 8s here on the middle string. So you're the fourth string and then the third string, so 8, 8. So I'm going to lie my finger flat, and then when I play the first 8, I'm just going to roll it ever so slightly. So when I play the next one, this one comes off the fourth string. And then you're on the third string, play the 11. There you go. And now here on this next bit, it goes to the second string and it goes 9, 10, 11. So instead of moving my first finger across, which you might want to do that, and then you've got to shift it back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start that with my second finger, that 9th fret, and then third and fourth finger. So 9, 10, 11. So you see my hand's not moving side to side now, it's going rather than going. See, if I started with my first finger, my whole hand shifts. And that's alright, but the problem is you're going to have to go backwards now. So you'd have to shift there and then back. So watch this. So once you've done the 11, you run back down them notes. So little finger on that 11. And I would run that till you really master that and you memorize it. So just probably 5 times. So from there, keeping that little finger there, you want to go to the 4th string. See, your first finger's hovering over the 8 there, so it goes 8, 11 on the 4th string, and then your first finger on the 8. So that 8, 11, 8. They're nice and sort of simple. So you got. Okay. So the next thing I want to talk about is this little phrase here, which goes. So, well, it goes. So to achieve this, what I want you to do first is you got to, for the start, it's legato, this little line over it. So it means you're not picking them individual, like, hear that? That's individual picking, which sounds different to. So when you hammer on and pull off, it sounds smooth, and that's what you have to achieve with this arcing line here. So it's not specifically saying P and H, it's just got a line to tell you it's legato, so nice and smooth. So to achieve that, say this 10 to 8 pull off, if you've not got your 8 on there, you're going to be frantically putting it on. So what I'd suggest while you're learning this, I would have my first finger on 8, so this is on the 3rd string, and my 3rd finger on 10. So I'd just keep them on there, because you're going to do this quick move and you're going to be pulling off to this note, and you don't want to be like this and then quickly getting that on there, which you can do. I think I do that, but I time it because I've been playing for years. So I would start with these 2 on and go hit the 10, hammer the 11, pull it off, and then pull off to the 8. So practice that. Okay, I'll show you that music so you can see that. So you got the 10, hit it, hammer the 11, pull it off, and pull off to the 8. So really you're only hitting with the plectrum the very first one there, that very first 10. Okay, and then here's the rest of this little phrase. So you're moving up to the 11 and then back to that 8. So keeping them 2 fingers on. So you can see how using the correct fingers, the speed you have to get it to. You can't do it like just jumping about the place, watch. And you probably think, oh, that's too fast for me, but it is achievable, because you're not having to pick each note. So you can achieve that pretty quick. So you've got that, and then you've got the same sort of feel, but moving your hand, shifting your hand down to the 6-8, hammer and pull off, and then on the string above 8-6. So, and then end on 8. So putting them 2 together. So this second phrase, you want to get all in one. Oh, what have I done there? All in one go. This. So. And then give a little break before you end on that 8 there. So. Okay, so I'm going to play you the whole phrase nice and slow here. So a bit quicker. Okay, so do it nice and slow, even if it's like this. Okay, so I'm going to show you the second line. Now you can see it's exactly the same, but the end 2 wrists are the opposite way around. You start on the 6-8 and then up to the 10-11. So comparing that to the first line here, You can see the only difference is these two are back to front. So let's just practice the second line. Okay, so to the next section I'm going to do it in little pieces. So one finger to one fret here. So this first bit is. So you see how on the 11th fret I'm using my first finger. Anything on the 12th fret, my second finger. 13th fret, my third finger. Anything on the 14th fret, my little finger. So here, nice and compact. So 11, 14, 11. Then 12, 13 on the next string up. And then a chromatic run on the second string. So, sorry. So keeping in that there, because you're going to use your little finger now on that 14. And then when you go to the 13 on the first string, you'll use your third finger here. And then move up to 11, 13, 14. So this goes. Oh, 11, sorry. Okay, it's hard to play slow sometimes. So let's do that again. So my fingers ain't moving side to side there. They're pretty locked into whatever fret they're allocated to. So I think that's pretty important. My thumb's pretty low down the back of the neck there. It's not up here, because I think I would struggle like that. So see there, I'm bringing my thumb right down, which makes your fingers nice and flat on the strings. So watching my fingers. Actually, my thumb's pretty low here. If you notice, my little finger's not flying off or all when I go. I'm not doing that. So it just helps to keep them nice and tight. Okay, the next line here. So you start with your second finger on that 12, and then your first finger on the 11, back to the 12, 13 with your third finger. And here you do have to shift back because you got the 10th fret with your first finger. A chromatic run up, so 10, 11, 12, 13. So you got here. And what you do here is you move to the actually I'll just show you this bit. Move to the second string on the 11. That'll be your second finger. 10 with your first finger, back to the 11. And then you got to skip here with your little finger. So you're skipping a fret, so it goes. See that? And then keep your finger there because you're going to play that note again. And then use your third finger on the 13. Back to. Sounds a bit off that, but it's a passing note to the next resolving note on the next bit. So this line goes. So I'm going to play you that. So you're on the 10 there. Then the next bit starts off the same as the first bit. And then to the next bit. And then here, this is slightly different. So if you notice, when you do this 13 here, you go 12, 11, 12, 13. You're using your third finger here. So you go in. And then 10. So that's a bit of a stretch with your first finger. I want you to go back to that 13 with your third finger. because you're going to use your little finger to go to this 14 on the net string. See that? I'll go 13, 10, 13, using my third finger still. Little finger. 14, 12, 11. So this line goes. So the last two lines there. Oh. I'm going to play you the whole of that B section. Nice and slow. And then you're back to the main head here, which is a second line, opposite way round. Okay, so I think that covers the whole of the actual head, the A and the B section. So let's go. If you can see in the A section, you got this E flat minor 7 to B flat minor 7, which is here. I'm just going to show you what that looks like on the chords here. Okay. So if you notice, you're leading with your second finger here. You've not got your first finger in play, and that's a handy way that jazz guitarists move around the fretboard. They can move around chords quick, because if you notice in jazz music, you can play multiple chords per bar, so it does move kind of fast compared to like pop music. So you got your, on the 5th string, you got your second finger on that 6th fret there. So I'll say that again. So 5 strings up, but on the 6th fret, you're using your second finger. Now your 3rd finger goes parallel with it, but on the 3rd string. So see, they're like that. And then your little finger here goes on the next fret across on that 2nd string there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my thumb on the root, and I'm going to pinch the chord like that. So get that. That's your E flat minor 7. And I'll show you the very first start of that. It goes root chord, root chord. So root chord, root chord. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, then we go to the B flat minor 7, which is the next chord along here. And if you notice, you move your second finger here, move it up a string there. So you're left with that on the B flat note, and then you got to bar your 3rd finger here on them 3. So hit the root, hit the chord. I'm using 3 fingers on that chord. So root chord. Now when I move back down to the other, see this? You can move back down there and then put your little finger on to move up. Watch. There's not much movement there. So getting used to them 2 shapes, I'm going to show you the rhythm here. So you can see when it goes to the B flat minor 7, you go root chord. So E flat minor 7, root chord, move up, root chord. So these are using the and beats, where this is just 4, 5, the root chords on the strong beat. So 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 5. It might just be best you feeling it rather than counting it. It's quite fun to play once you got that. So when I'm doing the chord, I'm just pinching the 2 notes that I've got there. I'm not just going, just strumming everything, root. You know, I'm just pinching the notes that I'm physically just playing there. So it's nice and simple, nice and small sounding, that's typical with jazz guitar. Nice small sounding chords. Okay, so this next bit does seem a bit more tricky. I'll sing in the head, so it goes. I think I added a bar of 6/8 there on this G flat major 7, but it doesn't matter. So let's go to the chords here. So we got a C flat major 7. You're probably thinking C flat, you can't have a C flat, it goes from B to C, but you can. So here's your B, here's your C, no. And if you want to, you can flatten anything. So this is C, this is C flat, which is actually the pitch of B. But the reason we're not calling it B is because actually in this song there's already a B, which is a B flat there. So it does get confusing when you read charts and you can see a B major and then a B flat minor 7. It can mess with your head. So if you can use a different letter, it does make working it all out and rounding up the chords a lot easier. So C flat major 7, you start on this note, which is actually a B pitch, and we're going to do it in the A shape form. So you're going to bar that 2nd fret and you're going to do like how you would imagine an A major 7. So if you did an A major 7 here, we're taking it from that shape, some here. And I want you to keep your little finger there, because you're going to go from here, put the see your little fingers there, put your 3rd finger above it. Then your 1st finger goes on the 4th string there, next to it, because your 2nd one comes to the top. And that's a A flat minor 6. Nice chord there. So from the C flat major 7, same rhythm, so root chord, and then to the A flat minor 6, root chord. So even though it looks like a lot's happening if you watch my fingers, not much is happening. Keep your little finger as the sort of anchor there. Okay, so let's look at the next chords on there. You got B flat minor 7 to E flat minor, which is in the A section, but the opposite way around. So here, so you can see that. So I think the chords and the rhythms as interesting to play as the lead line, if not more interesting. So here we have an A flat minor 7. So here's your B flat minor 7 here. So move it down, A minor 7, A flat minor 7. So here, compare that to the A flat minor 6. It's just that one note from the flat 7 to the 6. So there, pretty similar. And then to a D flat 7, we're going to do that. Have I got a thing for that? Yeah, I've got a thing. We're going to do that as a C7 shape. Okay, so if I show you this here, you can see how that's a C7 shape. So if you do a C, put your little finger down the 3rd string, you got that. If you move any shape up, it moves up the chromatic notes. So that's a C sharp 7, which is also a D flat 7, because here's your D7, and flatten it, B flat 7. So you got A flat minor 7 to D flat 7. So okay, and then G flat major 7, which is gonna be here like this, which is on the F sharp, which is also called G flat. I'm going to show you what that looks like. Actually, I haven't got that on this. Oh yeah, I've got this on the sheet. Here we go. So your first finger goes on the second fret on the top. Second finger down here on the second string. They're both on the second fret. Then these two in the middle strings on the third fret. Oh, do da ba da boo da boo da ba da boo da. That gets 2 full bars to itself. So let's try the rhythm to that. So you got B flat minor 7, E flat minor 7, A flat minor 7. Alright, no, that gets 1 full bar to itself, so okay, that G flat major 7 gets the rhythm. Just 1 full bar to itself. I'll do that again. Okay, so you can see the second half of this is the same. It gets up to the A flat minor 7, D flat 7, but then you got this F minor 7 to B flat 7. So the F minor 7 is similar to how you did the E flat one. So this one, but moving it up to the E minor 7 to the F minor 7. And then you move it to the, where you got that B flat minor 7, no more, you need to put your little finger on, and it's actually the same shape as that, but on the top string there. So it just like changes the key to it slightly to sort of make it a bit more interesting. So practice that. So that's the 6th fret, that's the 8th fret root. Okay, I'm going to play the chords for that section, and hopefully you can have some fun with it then, just piecing it all together, play it against the track. So you got B flat, C flat major 7, minor 7. Okay, so I hope that covers everything. The only thing I haven't covered really is when that's complete. Really what you want to do is you want to be playing with someone else or a backing track, and then you'll have the chords and then you improvise. And how do you improvise over these chords and things like that? So that is sort of the next level. But for this video I just wanted to cover the head and the chords so you get the basis for it, and then we can start looking at improvising over it once you're really comfortable with that. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. I really enjoyed explaining this song. This is a song I did when I studied at university many moons ago. Well, Leeds College of Music, it weren't university. But yeah, I loved it then. It really like blew my mind, and I hope the same thing might happen to you, because it is a really great tune. So really enjoyed explaining that. So if you give me any feedback, comments, let me know what you thought of this. Did it help you? Did I leave anything out? So I like feedback to see if I can improve what I do. So all right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.